Morning children, how are you all? Today let us study about making of this national movement. In the previous class we discussed about the role of Mahatma Gandhi in freedom struggle. Now we can study about people's initiatives. You know that Mahatma Gandhi worked hard for the freedom of our country. He participated all freedom movements. Later on people also, you know that along with Gandhiji, that people also actively participated. Along with Gandhi, people also participated in the freedom movement or freedom struggle. Let us study about the people's initiatives. What about the people's initiatives? So let us study. So you know that Kheda and Gujarat, peasants they were against the land revenue. The peasants they were against the land revenue. You know that the peasants they were against the land revenue. The land revenue they imposed on the peasants that was very heavy. That time they can't survive. Who can't survive? The peasants or the farmers they can't survive because they had to pay heavy tax. Who had to pay heavy tax? Peasants. They had to pay heavy tax to the Britishers. So the peasants they decided to act against, to oppose against this land revenue. Who opposed against this land revenue? The peasants. They opposed this land revenue. They opposed this land revenue, especially Gujarat and Kheda. Gujarat and Kheda, the peasants, they opposed this land revenue. They opposed the land revenue. They were against land revenue. Next, we want to know that in Andhra Pradesh, at the same time in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, the people they were against foreign liquor shop. They were against foreign liquor shop. They picketed this liquor shop. Picketed Tamil Nadu, and you know that in Andhra Pradesh, the people they picketed the liquor shop. They picketed liquor shop in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. What they did, they protested or they were against liquor shop. They picketed liquor shops. Next, you know that in Guntur, that was in Andhra Pradesh. You know that in Guntur. That in Guntur, you know that the tribal people they protest the forest laws. They protested the protested forest laws. What do you know about forest laws? You know that in ancient time, these tribals, these people, they enjoyed to collect forest products. They collect forest products from the jungles. But now the situation changed. When Britishers they introduced this forest law, that forest law was against the people because they can't go to the forest and they can't collect these forest products. Even though they collect also, they will pay tax. They have to pay the tax. So it was against the peoples, especially the tribal people. It was against the tribal peoples. These forest laws that was against the tribal peoples. Tribal people they live from the forest products, availability of the forest products. They will go to the forest, they will collect the forest products, and with that forest products they will live because they sell in the market that forest products and they will get money. With that they survive in the society, they live in the society. That was their only livelihood. But that we can call it as customary right. That is called customary rights. In ancient time onwards, they enjoyed this customary right. Who enjoyed this customary right? The tribal people, they enjoyed the customary right. What is customary right? The right to collect forest products from the jungles. But now the situation changed. When Britishers they came to India, they make India as a colony. Then they introduced new laws, forest laws we can call it as forest laws. As per the forest laws, they were not allowed to enter the forest. Who were not allowed to enter the forest? The tribal peoples, they were not allowed to enter the forest and to collect these forest products. So they were against, who were against these in Guntur district, the tribals, they were against the forest laws. They protested and resisted against the Britishers. That was now it become a national character. The tribals they were dissatisfied, the peasants they were dissatisfied, and even the soldiers or Sepoys, they were dissatisfied because the Sepoys, they were working under the Britishers. They were dissatisfied because they were not given proper salary, they were not given increment, they were not given any kinds of promotion at all. So they were also dissatisfied by the rule of the Britishers. So tribal peoples, especially these tribal Gonds, Sandals, these peoples, they were much dissatisfied by the activities of the Britishers. So they started many rebellions, especially Munda rebellion, Sandal rebellion, etc. So now we understand about the Gulu tribal protest against the Moors. Next is in Sindh, Muslim they support Khilafat movement. Already I discussed in my previous class what is Khilafat movement. You know that in Baghdad the leader of the Muslims that was Khalifa or Caliphate. Caliphate was the leader. The Britishers did not consider about this Baghdad Khalifa, and he was ill-treated. So this created bad feelings of these people of India, especially Muslims. They were dissatisfied by these activities. They started movement in India that we can call it as Khilafat movement. We studied in previous classes Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali. They started this Khilafat movement in India. That was also later become national character. This Muslim later they formed the Muslim League. This Muslim League and Indian National Congress, they joined together and fight against the Britishers because they have only one common aim. What was their common aim? To get freedom from the hands of the British and to establish Swaraj. What is Swaraj? Swaraj means self-rule. Who want self-rule? The Indians, they want self-rule. Almost all sections of the society, they were dissatisfied by the activities of the Britishers because their forest laws, their new policies, all these were ill-treated by the people of India, and people they decided to get freedom from the hands of the British, and they want to establish their own rule, that is nothing but Swaraj. So next we want to study that in Assam what happens in Assam, garden laborers they consider Gandhiji as their leader. They consider Gandhi as their leader, and they were much interested in the activities of Gandhiji, and they support Gandhiji in his freedom movement. So that they raised the slogan, the garden laborers, they raised the slogan Gandhi Maharaj Ki Jai. What slogan raised they raised? They raised the slogan, especially in Assam, the garden laborers, they raised the slogan Gandhi Maharaj Ki Jai. Gandhi Maharaj Ki Jai. That was the slogan raised by these garden laborers in Assam. So you can understand that almost all sections, even peasants, even peasants, even tribals, even Muslims, Muslim community, even garden laborers. It means that all sections of the people, they oppose the British and they want freedom at all. They have only one aim, to get freedom from the hands of the British and to establish Indian rule in India or self-rule in India. That is nothing but Swaraj. Swaraj, to establish Swaraj. That was the only remedy. So this movement, that was a great movement in India. Almost all sections took part against against the Britishers in freedom struggle. In the freedom struggle, you know it very well. Then you know that who gave the title Mahatma to Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi. That the title Mahatma that was given to Rabindranath Tagore to Gandhiji in honor. To honor Gandhi, he gave the title Mahatma. What is Mahatma? Mahatma means the great person. That was the title given by the great soul. We can say the great soul, Mahatma, great soul. The great person or great personality or great soul or Mahatma. That's that title that was given by Tagore to Mahatma Gandhi. So later on he came to be called as Mahatma Gandhi, in the great soul Gandhi. That was the title given by this Mahatma. That title given by Tagore. So all people respect Gandhi. All people heard the words of Gandhi, and all people gathered wherever he will go. The people gather there. So there will be a mass support to Gandhi. There will be mass support to Gandhi. British also understood that Gandhi become a leader. If Gandhi is on their side, definitely the people will be following him and people will support him. The British also knows he was a crowd puller. Who was crowd puller? This Gandhi was a crowd puller. Wherever Gandhi go, people gather there. They want to hear the words of Gandhi. If Gandhi take much time in his speech, people they patiently listen everything. So he was a crowd puller. We can say that he was a crowd puller. Gandhiji, they consider Gandhiji as their Messiah. What is Messiah? Savior. They consider that Gandhi as their Messiah or the Savior. To save us from the Britishers, who can only save? Gandhiji can only save. They call Gandhiji as Messiah or Messiah. That they call Gandhiji as Messiah or Messiah. And they believe Gandhiji and they support Gandhiji's leadership. Then in Pradhamgarh, you know that in Pradhamgarh, illegal eviction of tenants was stopped. Illegal eviction of the tenants that was stopped. So they said that the full credit that goes to Gandhiji. The full support, they fully supported Gandhiji. And what they said, it was the victory of Gandhi. They never said that it was the victory of our struggle. They said that it was the victory of Gandhi. And they said that we need Gandhi Raj. Because they believe Gandhiji, they trust Gandhiji, and they said that we need Gandhi Raj instead of British Raj. That's what they said. We need Gandhi Raj or Gandhi rule rather than British Raj or British rule. Because people, they had great faith in him. They had great faith in him. They believed him. They think that through Gandhiji only we can get freedom. So that was the age of Gandhism. That was the influence of Gandhism. Gandhiji's ideas that spread all over the world. You know that Gandhiji's ideas that spread all over the world. Not only in India, all over the world. Gandhiji's that ideas that spread all over the world. All people, not only in India, all people they respect Gandhiji and they honor Gandhiji. Why? Because of his great ideas. That also now you know that even everywhere these kinds of Gandhiji's weapons that was used by almost all the political leaders all over the world. They used Gandhiji's weapons. What was the weapon of the? What do you know about these Gandhiji's weapons? Gandhiji's that weapons are non-violence, ahimsa, satyagraha, truth. These are all weapons of Gandhiji. What Gandhiji said, he put into practice. That is why Gandhi said that my life itself is an open book. You can read that book. Because he shows whatever he said, he shows in his life. That is why he said that my life itself is an open book. So you can read it. So that everybody knows about Gandhiji. They believe Gandhiji. They said that Gandhiji as their Messiah or Messiah or Messiah. They said like this. Or Savior. It was the victory of Gandhi. You know that in this situation, you know that already people they were very much angry towards British due to Jallianwala Bagh massacre. What is Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Jallianwala Bagh, you know that the peaceful demonstrators they reached Jallianwala Bagh. That time what happened? You know that General Dyer ordered his soldiers to fire upon these peaceful demonstrators. All of a sudden, they fired and all of us, many people died died in Jallianwala Bagh. This news spread all over India. This news that spread all over India, and people, they become very much angry. They become very furious. These violent mob, what they did, they put fire on a police station. When they reached Chowri Chowra, what they did, they put fire in the police station. And what happened to that police station? 22 policemen were killed in this attempt. 22 policemen were killed. What was the idea of Gandhiji? Non-violence. What these people did? People killed 22 policemen. Where? Chowri Chowra. So that was against Gandhian principles. Gandhian principles, that was non-violence, ahimsa, satyagraha, truth, love, peace, harmony. All these are all weapons of Gandhiji. These are against Gandhian principles. Gandhiji was very much disappointed by the activities of this Chowri Chowra incident. Due to this Chowri Chowra incident, Gandhiji became very much disappointed. Gandhiji became very much disappointed. He withdrew the non-cooperation movement in February 22. In February 22, he withdrew this non-cooperation movement because of this Chowri Chowra incident. Because of Chowri Chowra incident, he was very much disappointed, because whatever he said that he put into practice. Whatever he want to say the people, that was his life itself. His life itself is an open book. That I told you that this incident that already disappointed Gandhiji. What Gandhiji did? Gandhiji withdrew this non-cooperation movement in February 1922 due to Chowri Chowra incident. You know that this Jallianwala, why these people become very angry? Due to Jallianwala Bagh incident, due to Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Due to Jallianwala Bagh massacre, people become very much angry to the Britishers. Then what they did? They put fire on this police station, and 22 police men were killed. And C.R. Das, you know that C.R. Das, Motilal Nehru, these people, they said people participation in British Council. They said that people participation is very necessary. C.R. Das, Motilal Nehru, and these people, C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, what they said, people participation in the council is very necessary. Why they said so? They said so because if people's participation is there in the council, what they can do? They can argue for their rights. They can argue for their rights. If the people's participation, Indian people, their participation is there in the council, definitely they can argue. Otherwise, who will argue for them? Who will argue for them? So that Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das said that people's participation in British Council, that is very essential. When this people's participation that is there in the British Council, they can raise a voice for their rights. They can raise a voice for their rights. To influence the government policies. Then only they can influence the government policies. Whose ideas? C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru's idea was that people participation in this council, that is very urgent, British Council, that is very urgent, because then only they can influence the government policies. Then only they can influence the government policies. Otherwise, they can't influence the government policies. Then other than this Indian National Congress, many parties, many associations that was formed to get freedom from the hands of the British. It's the Communist Party of India that was formed. Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, Communist Party of India. These associations were formed in the year 1920s. In the year 1920s, Communist Party of India, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, these associations were formed in the year 1920. In 1927, another incident happened in the year 1927. What was that incident that happened? You know that Simon Commission boycotted by India. Indians. The Simon Commission, that was, they want to introduce Simon Commission in India. People were very much angry towards this Simon Commission. They raised the slogan. What the slogan they raised? Simon go back. Simon go back. They raised that slogan. Simon go back. Opposed these people, they were very much angry to the Britishers when they introduced this Simon Commission. They said that it is Simon go back. They said that Simon go back. That they raised the slogan Simon go back. Simon go back. Simon Commission boycotted by the Indians. Simon Commission boycotted by the Indian. They raised the slogan. They raised the slogan. Which slogan they raised? Simon go back. They raised the slogan Simon go back. Congress declared to fight for Purna Swaraj. Congress, they declared that we need Purna Swaraj. What is Purna Swaraj? Complete freedom. What is Purna Swaraj? Complete freedom. Congress, now they changed their policies and they said that we need Purna Swaraj or complete freedom from the hands of the British. So we don't want friendly relationship with the Britishers. We want Purna Swaraj or complete freedom from the hands of British. That was the aim of Indian National Congress. What was the aim of Indian National Congress? Indian National Congress declared to fight for Purna Swaraj in the year 1929. In the year 1929, they raised complete freedom from the hands of the British. Purna Swaraj. Purna Swaraj, it means that complete freedom or complete self-rule. That means the British Raj should be eliminated and to establish Swaraj or self-rule in our country. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, under the able leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, they said that we now need complete freedom from the hands of British. In 1930, that January 26, January 26 was observed as Independence Day. Observed January 26, 1930 as independence, observed as Independence Day. You know that we got independence Day for 15th of August 1947. You all of you know very well. Nobody can't forget this day. But these 1930 January 26, they observed as Independence Day because they were fed up with the rule of the Britishers. Britishers, they exploited, they made the colony, they tortured the people, they killed the people, they said that these tribals, they were criminals. So that all their activities and even Shivas, they were ill-treated, they were not given promotion at all, they were not given proper salary at all. So that these people, they were all sections of the people, even the peasants, they were dissatisfied with the Britishers because they collected heavy taxes. So all sections of the people, even the peasants to the upper sections, they were dissatisfied by the rule of the Britishers. They were waiting for a chance to fight against the Britishers. They think that Purna Swaraj, that was the only thing that we need. We don't want any other things. We don't want any other kinds of things. We want only one thing, that is Purna Swaraj or complete freedom. They need complete freedom. They need complete freedom. During this time, you know that during this situation that Bhagat Singh, he sometimes you may remember about Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh, he was very active in this freedom movement. He was very active in this freedom movement, and he was a nationalist. Bhagat Singh, he was a nationalist, and he involved in the formation of Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. Hindustan Socialist Republican Association that was formed by Bhagat Singh. HSRA, the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, that was formed by Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh, he was a great nationalist and he formed this association. And you know that he was very much dissatisfied by the rule of the Britishers. He wanted through weapons, we want to gain freedom. So he killed Saunders, an officer, a British officer, Saunders. Saunders, a British officer, was killed by Bhagat Singh. So the Britishers, they become very much angry to Bhagat Singh. They decided to hang him. They decided to kill him. They decided to kill him. They decided to hang Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh became that. You know that Bhagat Singh and BK Dutt, they enter the legislative assembly. They enter the central legislative assembly in Delhi on 8th April 1929. On 8th April 1929, Bhagat Singh and BK Dutt, they entered this central legislative assembly hall. They entered the central assembly legislative hall and they threw bombs and they spread the leaflet. They spread the leaflet of nationalism. They spread the leaflet of nationalism to this assembly hall and they threw bomb in this legislative assembly hall. So the Britishers were very much angry to this BK Dutt as well as this Bhagat Singh. They were very much angry to Bhagat Singh. And they decided at the age of 23, this Bhagat Singh, he was a young man. So at the age of 23, he was hanged. At the age of 23, Bhagat Singh, he was hanged to death. Britishers hanged to death Bhagat Singh. During that time, he was only 23 years old. This 23-year-old, this young, energetic person was killed by the Britishers. So Bhagat Singh was hanged to death by the Britishers. So before that, this Bhagat Singh, he raised the slogan Inqilab Zindabad. Who raised that slogan? Bhagat Singh. He raised the slogan Inqilab Zindabad. What is the meaning of Inqilab Zindabad? Long live the revolution. Inqilab Zindabad. That before hanging him, he raised the Bhagat Singh, he raised the slogan Inqilab Zindabad. Long live the revolution. Even though I will die, but long live the revolution. We need freedom at all. Anyway, that is why we can remember the words of Tilak. What was the words of Tilak? Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. Bhagat Singh said this, raised this slogan Inqilab Zindabad. Long live the revolution. What is revolution means? Revolution means a change, radical and fundamental. What change? Britishers should be eliminated. Britishers, they will be eliminated from our country and to establish Purna Swaraj for complete freedom. That was the aim of these all these associations. You know the RSS, CPI, Hindustan Swaraj Republican Party, then you know that Indian National Congress, all these associations, even Muslim League, many associations that was formed, many Samandi, then Kedarpur, so many associations were formed to fight against the Britishers. All these sections, all these associations, they have only one aim. What was that aim? That was their common idea or common aim. Purna Swaraj. That was their aim. Purna Swaraj, that was their aim. What is Purna Swaraj? Complete freedom. Self-rule. That was their aim. So, you know that through all these activities, that was very much, that created very much enmity. You know that all these actions that created enmity to the Britishers. Britishers, they want to suppress all these kinds of rebellion. They want to suppress the revolution. They want to suppress the rebellion. They want to suppress this freedom movement by using modern weapons. And moreover, they want to strengthen the British army. Why they want to strengthen the British army? They understood that people, they were against British rule. They want Swaraj. I am going to wind up the session. I think that you understood about these people's initiatives. They took active initiatives to the freedom movement. Kerala and Gujarat peasants, they were against land revenue. Heavy land revenue that was imposed, that was against these peasants. The poor peasants, revenue. I am going to wind up the session. I hope that you understood this topic. Thank you, children.